and what I'm about to say is in my opinion.
All right.
Okay. What probably the guy that was the most difficult for me to deal with was Bill Goldberg.
Real? That surprises me. Why?
Yes. Well, I think, I think for a couple of reasons. I mean, and again, all my opinion. And I'm talking about, from a professional point of view, not a personal point of view. But I think there was part of Bill that really, started believing his own hype. And, this isn't MMA, and at the end of the day, the stories are written. Who wins and who loses, the writer determines that. Who gets a championship belt, it's written that way. So none of it is real. It's not real. And I think Bill, had the tendency to really, believe his own hype. And I basically say that because I'll never forget, one time, I wanted him to, do a job for Scott Steiner, of all people. And I'll never forget, Bill looked me in the eye and basically said to me, he goes, Vince, if this were real, Scott Steiner would not beat me. And I looked Bill back in the eye and I said, well, you know what, Bill? Maybe you need to go tell Scott Steiner that and see what he says.
Yeah. No, maybe we need to make this a shoot and see if old Scotty could pin him 1, 2, 3. I think he could.
I think so, too, because, Scott Steiner was a legitimate wrestler. Goldberg, had a great collegiate football career, great athlete. I would never take any of that away from him. But, when it comes to wrestling, Scott Steiner was a legitimate, all-league in college.
All-American, University of Michigan.
I think Bill kind of let the lines get a little blurred. And, he really started buying into the hype of the Goldberg character, and that made it difficult, for me from a creative standpoint to deal with at times.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Goldberg for a guy, for me, and again, I'm a mark, but for me was a guy that didn't get it. He woke up on third. He acted over time like he had hit a triple. I didn't see that early in his career, but over time, he started to mark out for his own gimmick. It appeared.